Welcome back to News 3 Today. This week you are invited to experience an unforgettable event at the historic Penn Center as the scholars of Marshview Community Organic Farm present the Road of Remembrance, a Praise House experience, a show written by Sarah Reynolds Green, who is also at the helm of Marshview. She joins us now with more. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Listen, this is the
I come with my ancestors as well.
Yes.
And all the help that I get.
Wonderful. Well, and speaking of ancestors, that's where we'll start, because the play that you wrote is sort of paying tribute to those ancestors and helping the younger generation realize whose shoulders they stand on.
Absolutely. And it's such an important piece of their life, and it needs to be told over and over again. It should be taught in the schools, it should be taught at home, especially at home. And they're not getting as much of it as I see, because we have an after-school program, and I've been in the school district for almost 25 years, and I've seen the erosion of the morality and spirituality of our students. So Father had embedded this play, this production into my head, talking about me going to the Praise House and why I had to go to the Praise House, because of something immortally wrong that I did. And so we're experiencing, we're allowing the children to experience that and act it out and hold on to those values that was passed on from our ancestors.
Now, this is a history lesson about Penn Center or Penn School, you know, which it used to be,
yes,
and the cultural practices that are still in existence today on St. Helena Island.
Yes, and St. Helena is rich, so rich in culture. We feel that the soil that you walk on is spiritual, is sacred, and everyone that comes there feels something, and that's what they feel. They feel the feeling of love and togetherness and working together. Those values are so prominent in our culture, and it needs to be demonstrated more often in all of our children, especially the youth.
And speaking of children, the performers, students ages 8 to 18, who are part of an after-school and weekend program at Marshview.
Yes, yes. And we have some extra students. We have 38 students, wow, that will be on stage on Thursday night. The stage is not long enough to support all of them, so they're on the floor, you know, as well as on the steps and the stage. But they wanted to be there. We push them to do what they're supposed to do, is to represent our ancestors in the way that honors them to the Most High. And so, you know, they'll start trying to speak low and say, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just not only teaching them about the history and culture, teaching them how to interact, how to present themselves when they come before their audience and their peers or their ancestors. And the legacy of the elders, that is something that is taught. Because a lot of times they see the elders, but they don't realize the importance of an elder in your presence.
And that leads us to Marshview and how that all came about, the farm, because these are children who also work on the farm during this after-school program.
Yes.
Land that's been in your family for quite some time.
Yes, it sure has been. It's been in the family since 1865. My
Wow.
great-great-grandfather, Robert Green, purchased that land. I have a copy of the deed. He paid $12, and then another 20 acres he bought. He paid $30. 1865. He just got out of slavery, you know, and so we know that they were great. They had talents, they had skills, and they had a concept in their mind that they were going to buy land as soon as they got freed, and they're going to use that land to pass it down to the next generation.
And from that farm, the children are actually creating a light dinner for audience members.
Yes, we have. I married a wonderful man in 2009, and he's a chef. And when I realized that he could cook, I said, Bill, we need to start a cooking class. So we started the Gullah cooking class, and he teaches them every summer, about 14 to 15 kids, how to cook our traditional Gullah meals. And we have a graduation and give them the chef's hat, their medallions, and parents come and they cook the entire meal, even to ice cream.
Okay, so we're running out of time now, but this is all a part of Penn Center's 40th Annual Heritage Day celebration. The event takes place this Thursday, am I correct?
Yes, this Thursday, and actually it starts on Wednesday. Wednesday they have, it's a lot, oh man, it's packed with lots of knowledge and understanding, and you'll be crying, you'll be laughing, you'll be dancing, you'll be shouting, all of it in one at this event coming up this weekend. And Penn has a 162
Wow.
anniversary of being in existence. Right. National Historic District, and the history on the campus is just amazing. All the dormitories and all of the museum there as well. So you have a lot to cover in those 3 days.
Those 3 days. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And here's the information. If you want to see the Road of Remembrance, it's Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at Penn Center in Frizzle House. That's at 16 Penn Center Circle. And you can go to our website to find out more about Marshview Farm and everything. WSAV.com/Marshview Farm. Stay with us. We'll be right back.